Hi, I'm Mrs. Marshall, and welcome to the Project Room. This is a place where we build new things, use our imagination, ask questions, and we're always learning. And that's because we're engineers. And engineers are people that take things and make things to solve problems. And something that solves a problem is a solution. Let's talk about what makes an engineer. Engineers are creative, they're open-minded, they're helpful, and they're determined. They have what we call a lot of grit, or we like to say they use their stamina. They just never give up. And today we're also going to be talking about how engineers use the design process to solve their problems. Engineers use a set of directions called the design process to solve their problems and find their solution. They always start in the beginning by asking questions. What materials will I need? Where will I build this? How much time do I have? How can I solve the problem? Once they're done asking questions, they go on to imagine. Imagine is where they come up with a list of solutions and narrow it down to their best choice. When they're done with that, they go on to the plan. Maybe they're drawing something. Maybe they're making a list. Maybe they move on to create something where they build a model or a prototype that they will test. Once they're done testing it, they decide how can they improve it. This is the area they stay in the most. Improving, improving, improving. They're always looking for the best solution. And when they're done and they have their answer, they're ready to share it out, and that's called presenting. We will always present our answers in Seesaw. I need one more. Oh no, I don't have enough blocks. What's that called? I hit a constraint. So when that happens, do I give up? No, I think like Rosie Revere, the engineer, and I have to think about how I can solve my problem. I'm going to go to my favorite quote from her. This comes from the story. The only true failure can come if you quit. Okay, I guess I need to go back to the design process. My original plan isn't working. I don't have enough blocks. This might happen to you at home. Maybe you don't have enough of the supplies. Maybe the criteria is you don't have enough space, or maybe the criteria is you don't have enough time. Well, if you can go back and ask yourself, back in the design process, how can I change this? Then you can keep building. I'm going to do that right now. What would be a better design? Oh, I like that. Sometimes though, however, when you're building at home, you might have too many constraints. If I'm afraid that you're going to have too many constraints, look at the bottom of the lesson for an alternative lesson.